When you throw something away, it doesn't vanish. The physical matter remains trapped within the planetary system, shifting from one storage site to another. Most industrial production follows a linear trajectory. We extract resources, manufacture a product, and use it briefly before it becomes a problem. Material enters one side of the system, performs a function, and exits as waste. Understanding the solution requires looking at objects as patterns of motion. A plastic water bottle appears as a static object, but it exists as a self-consistent pattern of extracted, refined, and shaped material. When that bottle empties, the pattern reaches its end. Waste is matter whose useful pathway has been lost. Recycling attempts to take that linear path and forcefully bend it into a loop. Instead of sitting in a landfill, atoms and molecules are redirected to new tasks. Matter is changing jobs. Throwing items into a single stream bin is convenient, but it doesn't eliminate separation. It moves a massive physical problem further downstream. Mixed material eventually arrives at a materials recovery facility. This facility functions as a high-speed choreography engine, a mechanical obstacle course designed to force discarded structure back into order. Every machine in the facility operates by exploiting a specific physical difference to force mixed materials to move apart. The simplest sorting relies on basic magnetism. Ferrous metals, like steel, are violently pulled off their current pathway and locked onto a new one. Aluminum ignores ordinary magnets entirely, but it is electrically conductive. This provides a different physical exploit. Inside a separator, a rapidly rotating magnetic rotor creates a changing magnetic field. Passing aluminum induces swirling electrical pathways, eddy currents, inside the metal. These currents generate an opposing magnetic field, creating a force that physically kicks the aluminum away. For plastics, machines must look at molecular rhythms. Near-infrared spectroscopy bounces light off items on the conveyor to read the invisible vibrational signatures of chemical bonds, identifying specific polymers through their molecular fingerprints. Whether working with magnetism or molecular vibrations, the facility achieves order by reading or inducing internal physical motion within the discarded materials. Even when materials are successfully separated, they often move down a quality staircase. High-quality plastic packaging often becomes plastic lumber, and office paper becomes low-grade cardboard. The physical matter survives, but its organized potential leaks away. This loss of potential accelerates when complex items are introduced into the system based on hope rather than physical reality, a behavior called wish cycling. In an electronic device, glass, copper, and plastics are densely intertwined, making mechanical separation nearly impossible. A misplaced lithium-ion battery introduces even greater risk. It represents concentrated, stored chemical motion entering a machine with no traffic rules. If crushed or short-circuited, it can ignite the entire facility. Reversing the spontaneous mixing of materials is governed by the law of entropy. Separating mixed matter requires immense external work, energy, and precision. Entropy sends an invoice for every glued seam and blended alloy. When the cost of unmixing exceeds the value of the recovered material, the recycling pathway collapses. The familiar circular arrow symbol primarily identifies a broad category of plastic resin. Two bottles may look identical but contain incompatible chemical additives. The symbol identifies the substance, but it does not guarantee a recovery pathway exists. Engineers use life cycle assessment as a comprehensive ledger. It compares the energy required for collection, sorting, and reprocessing against the cost of mining, refining, and transporting new resources. A circular pathway is beneficial only if it causes less total harm. The result depends on energy sources, transport distances, and the efficiency of the recovery system. Recycling is never completed inside the collection bin. It succeeds only when recovered feedstock replaces newly extracted material in a factory. Modern industry faces a design crisis. We build products engineered to survive extreme use, but we glue and bond them together so they can never return to their origins. A circular economy functions as a system where useful material motion loses its value more slowly, rather than an impossible machine of eternal orbits. True design for recycling involves giving future matter a planned exit route before the product is even manufactured. This perspective challenges us to look at the world differently. True recycling is matter refusing to become meaningless. Keep asking, what is moving and what is the moving doing?